Hello Edify Path viewers. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Mr. Dileep Jain, Vice President X-Formex for India and Asia Pacific Business. Welcome and thank you for joining us today, sir, and sharing your valuable insights with our young learners. I'm going to be asking you a few questions at your comfort and so that we can enlighten and brighten up the futures of these young learners. So my first question for you, sir, is how do you think a fresher's journey should look like, keeping 5 years of technology as a perspective?
That looks to be a very interesting question, The only constant is change. We know this and we have been hearing this. And 5 years down the line, how tech is going to move, it's a very difficult question to answer. But given today's scenario and how things are moving, what we can talk about is something like platforms which are going to be there, which are going to become better. Platforms built on Oracle, transportation, finance, manufacturing, SAP on the same piece. The main piece of stuff of order management system in the retail business, the IBM Sterling piece. All of these things are going to be there and better. What is interesting going to happen is the analytics that you build on it. So it's going to be coming from an AI perspective. A lot of data is being collected and the sense that you make over it. And that is where the people should be looking at. And hence, if I look at AI as a perspective, intelligence as a perspective, is definitely going to be happening tomorrow. And I think people today, engineers today, should leave or should forget the old ways of thinking, wherein if I have to be a Java coder, I just know Java and I can code. What is more important is they must also start getting into understanding domains.
Right.
AI is more domain specific. So when I'm building intelligence, I'm building intelligence for a specific domain,
right,
for a specific problem, and that's where the added learning must come in, and the path should be towards analytics.
Sure, lovely, beautifully answered, sir. Thank you so much. I hope our young students can take away a lot from your response, and I hope they adorn it and they take it forward in their future careers as well. My second question to you, sir, would be, from a business graduate standpoint, how would a good AI curriculum look like?
Okay, well, that's a good question, because today we see a lot of people coming from the tech side of it. We ourselves want to connect with good business schools where we can give them good curriculum. But just one small thing which I missed out while I was answering the previous question, and it also linked to the coming question, is today we are looking at teleoperating things. So when I say teleoperating things, I am talking about operating things without human intervention. We can today separate the work from the worker.
Right.
Okay. But that is not the only thing. There are certain high value jurisdictions, say mining of uranium, which is not good for human being, can also be robot operated.
Right.
So that is again one space which is growing, business space, a space for technology as well. And if I'm looking at an MBA perspective, I think the course curriculum should look like the integration of the marketing concepts with AI and a lot of case studies.
Right.
So when I meet a customer, I must be able to understand what is his pain problem, must be able to visualize, and to a level go in deep with him to understand his pain point. Okay, and that whole symmetry, that whole feeling would only come if people are exposed to case studies. So case studies would be, there is one interesting area of AI is system excellence management. There is a manufacturing setup, say an automobile manufacturing setup or a pharma manufacturing setup. A particular product goes through different levels of value addition while the final product comes out, right? The final product comes out, then it goes for quality testing.
Right.
Quality testing is a cost. People are involved, time is involved. There are rejections, and if something has gone wrong, the whole lot gets rejected. Imagine a system. At each level, we know what are the parameters to be operated, and wherever there is a change in parameter in any of the process, there is an alarm raised, and we can go and do the quality check there.
Right. And
then if the quality is good, then pass it on for further processing. So in this way, we almost eliminate quality checks.
Right.
We ensure that we don't have losses, and at every point in time. So this is a case study. So if I go to a customer is telling, I want to have a AI plan for my business.
Right.
But for a very senior grad also, it will be very difficult to answer in this perspective, because you will have to lay down what is the first step, what is the second step, what is the third step. The way people should integrate with industry is through a lot of case studies. Okay, and I think that's the way ahead to understand this piece.
I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, sir, definitely. I think every education institution will take a lot from your response, and I think they should definitely look at involving a lot of case studies in their curriculum, so that it is easier and hands-on for the students also to understand the actual working scenarios.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for
My
joining us
pleasure.
and sparing your time and giving us your valuable time. Our learners would be filled with joy and knowledge after taking up this interview. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Thank you, everybody.